Soaring high, 90 feet above the ground, live three guardians over the south part of Cape Girardeau and St. Mary Cathedral Church. They announce to the world the Holy Mass is being celebrated. They call us to prayer 3 times a day for the Angelus. They toll a mournful tone for the dead and peal joyfully for each wedding. They are the bells of St. Mary's. Back in an age before everyone had phones, and certainly not alarm clocks, the church bells served to call the faithful to Mass. Though St. Mary Parish was established in 1868, it wasn't until 1891 that the parishioners could collect funds needed to purchase the bells for their beloved church. In 1891, the $643 required to purchase bells was quite a sum, especially for a church that was still trying to pay off the debt of building their church and who wanted to build a school for their children. But they were determined to have bells, and not just 1, but 3. The bells had to be ordered and cast from molds from the Henry Stuckstead Foundry in St. Louis, Missouri. The 3 bells, weighing 600, 1,000, and 1,600 pounds respectively, would be poured into molds and polished. They were then transported down the Mississippi River by freight boat and hauled up from the riverfront to the church by a horse and cart. The bells were blessed in a ceremony in August of 1891. Following the ceremony, men climbed to the top of the bell tower to a beam constructed in the steeple, and with the help of a team of horses, they used a rope and pulley system to haul them through the front doors of the church and up the 80 feet to the beams where the cradles would rest. The bells do not hang from the beams, but each one sits within its own cradle that is swung back and forth when rung. Ropes hung down the inside of the tower into the entrance of the church, and it took a very strong man to pull each one before Mass began. The bells were rung by hand until 1954, when motors were installed so the bells could be rung with the push of a button. Throughout the years, the bells and the tower have endured, but the steeple has not. In 1961, it was discovered that water and age had contributed to the damage of the steeple, and it had to be replaced. In 1988, a problem was discovered during a Mass when the church choir heard unusual sounds and felt very strong vibrations in the choir loft. It was discovered that the timbers on which the bells and their cradles rested had rotted out. They had to be replaced with steel beams. Today, the bells continue their mission of announcing the good news of Jesus Christ. They ring out loud and strong as ever, as they have for over 150 years, for old generations at St. Mary's and for the new generations to come.